Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie, and today we are watching Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from 1931. So, fun fact, I actually saw a play version of this story with my mom like years ago. Whole like dinner theater style with like a interlude and they fed you and all of that fun stuff, and it was really fun. And I mean, this is a pretty dark story. I feel like most people probably know what it's about, but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get into watching it, and I'll be right back. Hello, so just got done with watching Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like I said, I have seen a play version of this, and I know that there are, sorry, cat in the background. Yeah, I'm talking about you. That's obnoxious. This real jelly if you're not paying attention to her specifically. Yes, ma'am. Anyway, so I know that there are many different versions of this story. This one is pretty darn dark. If you don't know what, I guess I should explain, in case you don't know what this movie or the book that it's based off of is about. It's about a man, Dr. Jekyll, which, by the way, that name to me sounds like way more creepier than Mr. Hyde, but whatever. And he is obsessed with the idea of being able to part the good and bad of people from each other. So he's experimenting with that idea, and it obviously goes wrong. He aims and is hoping to be able to have those parts be completely separated into two different people or bodies, I guess, so that you can have a completely good man and then just get rid of the bad man. And obviously it doesn't go that way. What he ends up with is having both that good and bad parts be fighting for the body of the same man, basically just still within his body, and they switch at times. So he basically takes this concoction and it turns him into Mr. Hyde, and which is the name that he gives him, and he spends a couple days in that creepy ass body doing horrible stuff, and then he gets switched back. But they really do make really do make Mr. Hyde like really hella creepy and really, really bad dude, because obviously he's just the bad parts. And he's like completely, he's kind of primal-ish. He's like completely covered in like body hair, just has like fucked up teeth, and it's kind of like apey looking. And he becomes obsessed with this other woman. Dr. Hyde is engaged to this woman named Mariel, who's pretty awesome. And their relationship is pretty great. It's kind of the first of these movies that I've watched that really depicts like a very loving couple, who I feel like a lot of the previous relationships in some of these movies that we've watched so far are more arranged. And it's not to say that some of them don't love each other, but this couple, they really feel the love, or at least the lust, because they're really pushing to get married. But Hyde becomes obsessed with this other woman in town and basically like holds her hostage and abuses her for several days. And then of course like he switches back to Dr. Jekyll, and that kind of whole thing goes back and forth for a while. I'm not going to get into all the details because I don't want to completely spoil the whole entire thing. But yeah, it's definitely very intense. And I really liked it. I liked the way that they did it with this film. It unfortunately does not have a happy ending, this one, which, you know, disappointing. So if you're looking for a happy ending film, this ain't it. But I do highly suggest this one. It is really good. This is one that I did rent it on YouTube. I wasn't able to find another way to watch it. So yeah, I did rent this one for like $3, I think. So not very expensive, but I definitely highly suggest this one if you have not checked it out. And if you have seen this version of it, let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments below. And if there are any other versions of it that you think that I should check out, also let me know that in the comments below. If you are enjoying these, please do give us a big old thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button. More horror related content, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye.